Yo, what's up YouTube? This is Jammerit coming to you today with a brand new video, boys, and today the FIFA World Cup market is here, so let's get right into the video. So guys, welcome to another video on the channel, and today guys, we are going to be looking at the market. First and foremost, though, before we do that, there has been a drastic change, I would say, in terms of the SBCs. So as you guys can see here, the exchange SBCs. Now, previously, I'd gone through and completed these, you know, quite a few times just to help clear out my bench. But now, guys, they've actually got a limit of 3. So you can only complete each of these SBCs 3 times each, which is very, very interesting. Obviously, if you'd already previously completed them, you don't have that completion limit. But once you go through and complete them once, and then eventually 3 times more, that's it, guys. So you got to be very, very careful with your exchange points now. It's the same for exchange SBC number 4, and also the 5th exchange SBC, guys. It no longer has skill boost attached to it, so very, very interesting. I have no idea how I will ever get to 100 overall base for all my team, but we'll have to wait and see to see how it goes, because obviously what that means now is that a whole bunch of your untradeable cards that you've gathered from, you know, campaign and stuff, you can use for XP. So once you've gone through and, you know, figured out if you're going to go and push towards tier 5 or you're satisfied with like tier 3, tier 4, you can now just go through and melt all those cards as XP and just keep a few nations, like maybe 1 or 2 nations, because now predominantly like the 2 nations that I'm just going to be focusing on, obviously mainly is Argentina, and then secondly, just to sort of help build out some of the SBCs, it will probably be France. So I will eventually get to tier 5 for France and maybe a few other nations. It just really depends. But we've gone through and sold a whole bunch of stuff, guys. Not all that much though, because we were quite late to the party. So we didn't actually get to sell everything at a good price, and still a lot of stuff has been unsold for me. I had a whole bunch of elites to go through and sell, but as you can see, we've still got all the untradeables, like from campaigns, etc. So we'll just go through and show you what we've achieved so far. And this is in sort of the first few hours of the market coming live. So very, very like crazy like prices, guys. Like, to be honest, like you could have made billions of coins, I'd say, like hundreds of millions of coins easily if you're on at the right time and you manage to sell everything at a really, really high price. But unfortunately for me, I didn't get to do that. I mean, I got to sell a few cards like relatively high, like the Rakitic was 2.3 mil, but still definitely not probably what we were hoping for, but I'm not going to be mad about it. I mean, even look at these Versatile cards, guys. They're tradable as well, which is insane. Like the Arius, 1.5 mil, the Laxalt as well. Pickford, we managed to sell for 1.5 mil, but still relatively low on some of these cards, guys. But you just got to go through and check their prices and see whether or not they're worth selling, because a lot of them will like just continue to drop, and that's good for XP, and it's obviously good for campaigns, that sort of stuff. But let me know what you guys think about sort of with regards to the market. How have you guys done? Have you guys managed to sell a lot? Look, we managed to sell that Coates for 1.5 mil, which is pretty crazy, but we're just going to keep listing stuff because I've still got a lot of stuff to sell. It is a big process, guys, but I think it's worth it at the end of the day. But I think that now with the market, guys, you know, people, it's like a gold rush. Like, people are just making so many coins, and people are going to be able to, you know, advance relatively quickly, I feel, in Prestige now, because obviously you do have the option to go through and, you know, rush through campaigns, get all those cards, get those cards for XP, use those cards, you know, hopefully pull a master card. And also, guys, what I'm thinking about doing now is, because that SBC, the 3511, sorry, the 352 SBC for the 250 exchange points doesn't require any skill boosts, I'm probably thinking about picking up this 93 overall Messi and putting the campaign one into the exchange. I might actually just do that now, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to pick this Messi up for 10 mil. I could easily wait for this, but I'm just going to buy him now, and I'm going to put the other one into the exchange set, and then sell whatever I get from that. So let's just go through and do that, because I do want to switch to 3511. So even though it has got really cool card art, we are going to get rid of him and switch to the 3511. Put that Messi into the SBC and then build up our team, because I don't like the diamond formation, guys. I never really have liked it, and I do really like the 3511. So let's go through and exchange that. Now, this is another thing, obviously, that you can consider doing, is just doing multiple campaigns, getting the cards, and then, you know, putting them into SBCs and hopefully pulling something big and, you know, going through and selling them off. So, which nation should we pick? I'm thinking maybe I will just go with France because there's so many like high tier good cards that you can get. Alternatively, there's some good Argentinian ones, so I might just stick with Argentina, guys. I might just stick with Argentina. So we'll just stick with Argentina. We'll put in this Messi. Is it worth it? Like, I don't know. Like, if you've got the coins, yeah, why not? Just give it a go. Because I always had the intention of putting him into the SBC. So let's just see what we need. I think we need maybe like a 76 or a 77. I'm not sure exactly. Let's just go and put one of those cards in. So that will suffice. Well, 76. No, so 77 will be all good. And obviously, guys, like, all these gold players are so cheap now. It's crazy. Like, you can do so many campaigns, guys, really, really cheap. So let's see what we get. What's it going to be? So we do get the 25k, and we do get 90 overall Caballero there. So definitely not what we were hoping for, but still, I can either go through and sell him, or I can just put him into the SBC at a later date. But let's go through and build out a 3-5-1-1 team, and then go from there. So guys, we will go through and pick up Mascherano. On top of that, we will probably just wait for our Banega, because obviously the Banega hasn't sold yet. So if he doesn't sell, I will just melt Dybala into him. But yeah, definitely very, very interesting, guys. I'm going to go through and actually collect up these earnings as well, just to see what we are at. And obviously throughout the day, hopefully we can earn some more stuff. So it's all good, guys. It's all good. Let me know what your thoughts are about the market. Are you happy that it is here? Like I said, there is a lot of mixed feelings about it. It is good in some aspects, but in others, it's like sort of, what's the point in all that grinding? So I'm just going to go through and put in the Mascherano. But obviously now, you know, you can just go through and grind to get some good cards and sell them. Hopefully you can pull some masters. If they're not good masters, chuck them into the exchange and just do that, guys. So there's our Mascherano. It is at a 98 overall at the moment, but what I need to do actually is go through and melt my Pavon into our career here. So we will go through and do that as well. That's 400k XP, which will be great for the team. And we'll just get him up to the 93 overall. And once we do get that Banega, we will be back up to, you know, quite a high rating. So that's all good. Let's just go through and confirm that, put that into him. And there we go, guys. So it's probably not the smartest decision what I did, but I do want to try out the 3-5-1-1. Also, guys, we've just gone through and worked on some of the Mexican campaign. So obviously now with all the players being available, it does really give a huge opportunity just to work on resources, get XP, get cards, and sell everything, or use them as XP alternatively. Now, in terms of gold cards, guys, like, just because there's such a huge influx of cards coming into the game, you know, the market's being flooded with cards left, right, and center. I'm not sure if I will use my gold cards, you know, to sell, because I was looking at some of the 79 overalls, and some of them are already at like 30, 40k. I mean, if you want to try and go and sell them, you could definitely consider doing that. Alternatively, they may just be useful for XP, especially the lower ones, but I'll just have to monitor the market and see what I do. But obviously, you know, now with getting access to pretty much every campaign, you know, your inventory, guys, is just gonna blow up if you go through and do these campaigns, because it's just so many resources that you're getting. It's crazy. And obviously, you know, the other perk of doing the campaigns is the fact that we do get these 88 overalls, these 85 overalls, these 82 overalls, and also these, you know, other 80 overalls, the campaign specific cards, which now, you know, obviously aren't auctionable. So they are good for XP, in my opinion. I'll probably be using most of them as XP because of the limit on the SBC. That's a bit of a shame that there is that limit on the SBC, in my opinion. What do you guys think about that? Are you guys shocked at that? Personally, I was sort of like not expecting that whatsoever. But let's see what we get in this final pack. Can we get anything big, as we do reveal all on this click? What do we get, guys? We do get nothing other than the 88 overall rares there. Now, the one thing that I did like about doing these campaigns was, like, you know, packing cards that I desperately needed. But now, with the market, that sort of joy of, you know, oh yes, I got that card is no longer there, because I know I can just go to the market and pick them up for a few coins. So that's like the aspect that I did really enjoy about the World Cup, and it's no longer there. But that's just my thoughts on it, and obviously that's just my opinion. But let's just go through and claim up this elite, guys. Let's see what we can get. Obviously this will be auctionable as well. What do we get? We do get 82 overall Spasic there, so not the greatest of pull, but still 82 overall is better than 80. And finally, just see skill boost, And then, guys, I want to jump into one other thing and then end off the video. And just before we do end off the video, guys, so as you can see, the Caballero is around 9-10 mil I could probably sell him for. So that's actually a really good exchange, considering I picked up that Messi for like 10.8 or whatever it was. So I'm very, very happy about that. So I probably will go through and sell him and then just pick up another master at another date. But now, guys, now that there's a market, it's just pretty crazy, to be honest with you. I do want to check the prices of some of the 90 overall cards, because it may be worth just considering doing a whole bunch of campaigns and exchanging cards every, few hours or so, every 48 hours. And also another thing, guys, which is very, very interesting to me anyway, is the fact that, like the likes of the World Stage players are auctionable. The World Stage cards, I mean, obviously that now gives incentive to go through and pick these cards up, because, for example, this Rashford, a lot of people are wondering, like, what's the point in having this card when he is only, he's a 90 overall card and there's already the 85 overall campaign card. But now that they're auctionable, I suppose that does put incentive onto them. And obviously also they're not exchangeable, so you need to consider that. And the other thing which I found very, very interesting was that the Versatech players as well, guys, they were auctionable. But let me know what you think about everything that has gone down. Are you happy? Did you guys make some coins? And this is Jammerit signing out for the day. Thank you all for everything, and peace.